Hello, it is Marta, your confidence coach, and welcome you guys to the new podcast episode. I'm so excited to have you all here. I'm just recording it before heading to the office, so I'm not in rush, but I'm like, this morning energy and all of that. And you guys, it's been almost exactly 6 months, so like half of the year, since I took a leap and completely changed my life. If I would think about Q1 and literally just like January, February, March of 2025 and the life I'm living right now, it's literally like making all of the freaking vision board my reality, making my wildest dreams come true and changing literally everything. Where I live, what I do for a living, how I behave for myself. It's not even like behave for others, but it's this like big, massive rebranding of like fully following my dreams and reconnecting with myself and, healing any kind of anxiety they struggled with a lot at the beginning of this year. And to be really vulnerable with you guys, I almost felt like I was depressed at the beginning of this year. I really felt low because I realized my life just wasn't the way I wanted to be. I wasn't in the place when I felt happy. My career was kind of like falling apart because I was doing my own business and it was still like quite amazing and I loved working with my clients full time. Don't get me wrong. And I still love working with my clients now as a side business. But at the same time, it's more about like this feeling of living fully your life, if you know what I mean. So however, doing my own business was amazing. I definitely lacked, at least, this moment of my life, being around people, just being surrounded by everyone, just like learn from everyone, not only on like networking calls and some kind of events on conferences, but like daily basis, that I can be more connected to people, that I can be closer to people. And what's more, I just realized I didn't feel like myself being in my family home. And I love my family home. I fully and completely love it. But it was something lacking in there. Something lacking that I definitely had when I was living in Spain before, because the story started like 4 years ago when I moved to Spain first time ever in my life. And then I was just kind of moving back to my family country to build this own business because I felt it would give me a little bit more stability. And here we are coming to this massive myth of what's giving you stability, what doesn't, and like how actually it can cut your own finger if you take this step back sometimes. Because this thing that might give you stability, the same time might completely cut your all creative energy. And I think moving, for example, back to your family country, don't get me wrong, or like even your family home might be extremely good move sometimes in certain situations. But I took this big lesson that one of my best and biggest values is definitely this independence. So living with family and kind of coming back to the roots, to the country, I feel like I outgrow, even though I fully love it and I know there's more space to grow and discover. But this feeling when you move abroad and then like you kind of can't come back. Because when you come back and on one hand you've been missing your country and culture and places and your family and friends, but at the same time you don't vibe with it anymore because you already lived this different life. You already lived abroad and those things just doesn't match anymore your energy, your frequency. Like you became this a little bit like different person in a way and you need something else, something more. And that's how I felt. And I felt like Spain just, gives me this spark. Like Spain is extremely bubble environment and culture. And sometimes it's even overwhelming to me how really open and energized it is. But the same time, I'm really thriving in those environments when you can just fully be yourself. And I think this was the biggest factor I missed in my family country. And here all of the biggest rebranding part is coming. Because you guys, there is no such a thing that you've been giving this one identity, the way you behave, the way you have your habits, you put yourself together once for forever. That's the best freaking part about rebranding, that you can change who you are whenever you want. Like you can wake up tomorrow and be like, you're a whole new person. And it's not about faking anything. It's not about acting like someone you're not. It's rather about actually discovering who you truly are and reconnecting more and more with this part. That's why it's so difficult to be authentic, because people are so used to everyone being behind some kind of mask and like acting and pretending and being like someone else. while you can rebrand to be even more true to who you really are, to this real expression, the real person who you want to be. And that's why it's so hard in your environment, especially known environments, to do it, because everyone expects you to be a certain way. So if one day you start waking up completely different hour, you go to your gym, you change your habit, everyone is in shock because it feels like it's completely different. It's completely new to them than the person, the version of yourself that they knew. But you can change it. You can change this identity. And that's why I truly believe that moving abroad, it's one of the best thing you can do to rebrand yourself. Because you have this carte blanche. Like, no one kind of knows you. You can be whoever you want. It's like you come to new school one day and you can step in this completely new character. You can just completely become this person of your own dreams who you always wanted to be, because no one knows if you were shy. You can just be confident. No one knows if you've been this person who would never share your ideas and raise your hand and be like, hey, I actually think that's the best solution. No one knows it because no one knows you. And this is advantage of those new brave moves. If it's moving abroad, completely changing your career, starting something completely new in social media. And F it if there are still people following from your past who are used to this version of yourself who you used to be. It doesn't matter, because guess what? You are in your big rebranding era. And if I've done it in 2025, now I'm gonna celebrate in 1 month this like New Year's Eve as completely new person. You can do it too. And you know what's funny? I felt extremely lower energy in November. I just felt like, I don't know, I was just extremely tired. I feel like it's probably because it's this time of the year when energy is like a little bit lower and I felt a little bit less inspired, or like I would be extremely inspired and then really like my energy would like drop the next day, and I was trying to like be more gentle for myself and give myself grace. And then thanks to feeling this way, I just kind of took a moment to pause and like not be every single day post on my LinkedIn. I'm still very consistent on my IG and TikTok, which is hello, it is Marta, by the way, so go and follow. And I realized I actually changed all my life this year. So that's also probably I'm kind of tired, because, you know, rebranding comes with something. Your old identity needs to literally die in order for you to step into your new reality and your new identity and fully become yourself 2.0. You literally have to let go all of those old things, habits, even people. And it's not about like immediately cutting off all of your family and friends, but be conscious about what you are sharing with them, what energy you're giving them, and what energy you expect back. If you want to become this person who stop complaining, who stop thinking that things are impossible, who stand in this power of yourself, and everything what others seems like it's being delusional and unrealistic and impractical, for you it's actually your freaking new reality, because for you it is possible, because you're that bitch, because you know you can do it. Maybe you don't want to share all of those plans with them. Not because of like you won't make it if you share them, but because maybe if you share them, you still subconsciously gonna wait for this like validation from them. You don't need validation from anyone. You need to do your own damn thing. And for your own rebranding, it's better to stay quiet and just do your things. That's why when first time I was moving to Spain, I would yap about it to everyone, everywhere, in any occasion. I wouldn't care, and I made it, yes, and I'm extremely happy about it. It was not to prove anyone anything, but I was just so sure of myself that I would be like, I won't tell anyone, like I would tell everyone anything I want, because I just knew I gonna do it. But the second time I was moving back to Spain and I was changing my career and changing all my life basically, I didn't tell it anyone until I made this literally message maybe 2 days before my flight to my mom, then like, hey, I actually packed all my stuff and I'm moving. And I was sure about it. Trust me, like I was selling half of my wardrobe months before I got my new job and months before I got the ticket to move again to Spain. But I didn't want this energy of a little bit more like small-minded people to tell me what I should or shouldn't do with my life. I didn't want people to question my decision to my face and act like they are worried. That's why they project their own fears or insecurities into my own goals and plans. That's why I just kept quiet. I didn't tell anyone anything, and I highly advise you to do the same. People don't have to know what's going on in your life with such a detail. People don't have to know if you want to change your habits, your personality. What's more, it will be so uncomfortable for them because they gonna see this new version of yourself, your new identity, and they gonna feel like, oh, maybe they should change something within their life as well. So instead of changing, they just gonna tell you, why would you do it? And they just start questioning your own decisions and your own power. Where this is the thing what you should do. You should stand in your power. You should go for all of your things. You should literally follow this dream version of yourself, because if you can imagine this dream version of yourself, it doesn't even mean you're becoming someone else. You are becoming truly yourself. By rebranding, by changing your identity, by letting go all the old fears and limiting beliefs, you're stepping into your power. You are stepping into who you've been always supposed to be. You're not stepping in any kind of false identity, acting, faking, whatever. No. You are actually finally, truly becoming unapologetically yourself as you always should do it long time before. But I know it takes a while. I know it takes a while because it's hard. It's not easy. And sometimes it takes time for us to realize how much we've been actually settling for less. How much we thought for some reason we deserve this lower salary or very average friends. Like, average friends are fine, but not if they put you down. You deserve to shine. You deserve to build this life that is absolutely your dream life. Not a life that you would be like putting yourself down and putting yourself lower and like going for this mediocrity, whatever. No, just like step into your highest identity, rebrand. But rebranding is about everything. You need to start living in your own current reality, like you are already this version of yourself who is completely already there, who is completely living in your dream life, in your dream reality. Think about even your environment. You might not love your current setting. Maybe you're just like renting this small little room and you feel like you want your own apartment and you can't make peace. Start manifesting. Start manifesting that you're already there in your dream apartment. Make it cute. Put some pictures, put some candles. Just like romanticize your life. Romanticize every single second of it. And this way, with this gratitude, it will be easier with this right frequency to manifest than like your dream life. It will be easier. It will be smoother, it will be more natural. I manifested my place of living in Spain in my family home. When I was stuck, when I was frustrated, when I was almost depressed, as I told you, I've been stand up every single day in the morning in the bathroom, look in the mirror and do the mirror work. First of all, I would imagine this bathroom is already a certain bathroom in my own place to stay in Spain where I wanted to live. And secondly, I would literally brainwash myself for success of I am already in this identity. When I do my skincare, when I do my makeup, when I dress up, I would question my daily choices of like, would I really eat this way if I'm in this dream version of myself, dream life? Would I really have these habits? Would I skip Pilates class or be like, oh, this studio is actually too expensive. I'm too scared. I'm building my own business. I already invested in so many coaches. No, I would still pay for this probably extremely overpriced cute Pilates studio because I knew my dream version of myself would do the same, because it helped me raise my frequency. It helped me raise my frequency of like how I want to work out, where I want to be, what is the space where I want to surround myself with. All of those little things, all of those little choices are helping you become this dream version of yourself, because you're showing yourself you are already in the frequency. And I'm not saying just to overspend, no, but like make those choices that will help you uplift yourself. You know, someone wise once said like, it's usually very way like cheaper to live alone than live in environment that like maybe the rent is like a little bit lower and everything, but at the same time you feel like you're kind of killing this dream version of yourself because the frequency is so low and your environment is like impacting yourself so strongly. So this is something what happened for me in my family home, in my family country. I love my family, but the frequency wasn't right for me. And I felt like I needed to take a leap. I just needed to move and I just needed to, yes, pay and do all of those things. But at the same time, this is how you stand in your highest self. The way you move, would you like sit down like that, or would you finally straight and be like, make eye contact and put a cute outfit, even when you know nobody gonna see you today? Or even if you're without your makeup day, like maybe you're just gonna do your skincare, maybe just clean girl look, clean girl hairstyle, whatever. Like, Start treating yourself like this version of yourself who is already there. Make this daily routine, daily plan, how your daily routine work, like morning, PM routine, how many times you work out per week, what do you eat, what's your in diet, how do you, manage your social media, what do you consume? Is it like Netflix every single day, or do you actually read books that help you grow? Are you still surround yourself with people who complain all the time, or you step in this power of surrounding yourself with people who speak about success? You don't have this power in your life? Meet them. Go to community. Invest. Again, reach out to people on LinkedIn. Make new friends. Do your things. But you need to step into this identity right now in order to build this dream life. You guys, it's been a pleasure catching up. I'm heading to the office now and see you in the next one. Remember to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Hello, it is Marta. And thank you so much for hanging out and becoming your dream version of yourself. Trust me, it's gonna pay off. Bye.